Hi, this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle, and well, I was just out and about doing some shopping and came across a couple of local yard sales. One of those things that you just have to stop at, right? And well, whether it ever proves out valid or not, I did wind up with some fishing equipment, and we'll talk a little bit about what $30 can buy you at a yard sale, and why I bought them, and what my plans are to do with them. Well, interestingly enough, the two pieces that I found right away were two spools of line. One of them by Cortland, which is fly line backing, and the other one by Orvis, called Super Butt, and it's a 100-pound test. Now, I'm not a fly fisherman. I don't know what the 100-pound test is all about here, unless it's for saltwater fishing reels. I do know the fly line backing. I do know the two companies. I know Cortland, which is upstate New York by the Finger Lakes, and Orvis, which is in Manchester, Vermont. And been to Manchester, Vermont's Orvis. Have not been to Cortland, but I think maybe we'll see if I can't find a way, and if they do manufacturing tours and the like, to do that, because, well, it's about 3 or 4 hours from here, but I'd like to get up to the Finger Lakes area anyway. So I'm going to try and do a story on both of these companies, a little bit of the history of Orvis, a little bit of the history of Cortland. Orvis goes back a long, long way, and Orvis, of course, named for the founder. And, well, he was in Manchester, and I believe his family operated a hotel. He got involved in the fishing guide service in the area and decided to build fishing poles, the flag poles, for the folks that came up there. And, well, the rest, as they say, has become quite a business. Well, the rest of these, well, they've got uses too. And I paid $30 for the whole lot, so let's see what $30 purchases, what we're going to do with them. The first one up, this is kind of a mishmash of rods and reels and the like. A little bit of salt water, a little bit of old stuff and the like. The first one is the old reliable Penn Sea Boy. It's the model 85. And this one's been around a long time. It's been a staple of the charter boat business in the area for quite some time. The reels have been discontinued now 20, 30 years, but they're still reliable, and the charter boat industry still uses these. Well, for those of you that watch the videos know that I have a captain out on Long Island. I'm actually going to go visit him in a week or so. We're going to go do some striped bass fishing, and he uses these on his boat, and I can think of a better place for this one to go. Once we tune it up, clean it up, get it running the way it should, and get it back out there, giving it a second chance. Well, if you like these kinds of videos, if you like to learn about fishing reels, if you like to learn the company histories, if you like to learn when and where and how the reels were used, and more importantly, how to take them apart and how to service them, keep them fishing error-free for a long time to come, well, that's what I try to accomplish on this channel. And I appreciate everybody who's been watching, everybody who's been contributing, everybody who's got suggestions about what I can do to improve the channel. All those things are taken with fine appreciation, and I try to continue to make this a better channel as we go along. So we're going to fix this one up, get that one out there fishing again, and the other one, kind of a love-hate relationship with this one. This is a Penn Jigmaster. It's the Jigmaster S series. It's the 500S. This one has the take-apart screw on the non-gear side. Most of your Penn Jigmasters have the take-apart screw over here. And for whatever reason, this reel doesn't hold up to frame twist as well as the other reels do. And my plans on this one, again, the captain on that boat uses this type of a reel, the Jigmaster, for the striped bass that we will be going for. It's got a higher speed retrieve than the retrieve on those Sea Boys, the 85s. But this is a weak frame point. It's just never seems to hold up the way it should. What am I going to do? Well, he doesn't care about the cosmetics of the reel, so we're going to take an existing or an older style reel plate, the one that would normally go when you have this screw take apart on that side. we're going to pull this, we're going to replace it with the older plate, and we're going to use screws to stabilize that frame. And that should make it up to the rigors of the reel itself and the fishing that it's going to be doing. So we'll make a modification on that one, and we're going to get that one out into the fleet. For those that collect these kinds of reels and like these reels, they're perfectly fine. But again, it's one of those fatal flaws, it seems, with this reel, that the frame just twists and works off. Well, those were the two really that I was interested in, the 85 and the 500S, but along came the other pieces because, well, they were there as well. We made a deal for the whole thing. This one is it's a shame on this one. This one is a older one. It's got the older style blank from the period fiberglass on that metal handle. It's a Kingfisher, which means it's probably 1970. Kingfisher was part of Garcia when Garcia kind of divorced from Mitchell. I don't know who the reel is. I'm assuming this is a Kingfisher reel as well, because it still works, right? Kind of looks like the ambassadors of the time, right? The Abu-Matics, kind of without all the fanciness to them, but it kind of looks like the Abu-Matic. I haven't seen the reel, and why did I acquire this one? Because not just because it was part of the deal, but it'll make a good video. We'll take this one apart, and we'll show you how to take it apart, service it, what makes it go, and of course it's working. Take it fishing, why not, right? The pole may not be capable of doing that any longer. I guess with the break off here, it's only a 3.5 foot pole. I guess if you wanted to go ice fishing with it, you could, right? It would probably still work. I'm sure the flex is out of the pole, but you could use that for an ice fishing pole if you wanted to. But we'll put it on something kind of the period that we can find. Take it fishing again once we service it. We'll do the service video to show you how it works. It's one step above an entry-level reel. It does have a star adjuster on it. We don't have a schematic, so we're not quite sure how this is coming together. We'll find out, and it should be fun for all of us to learn about that one. Well, there were two more pieces that came along with this. One of them did not have a reel, so maybe this becomes the pole that we put it on. But I think I actually have another idea for this pole. So this is, again, another metal jacketed pole of the time. This, you can't see it because unfortunately the way a camera goes, if you read upside down like I do, you can. This is a Kmart pole. It's the Sport Fisher. We've seen some Sport Fisher reels in. I just did one on a 6000 series Sport Fisher from back in the day. I like this one. It tells you it's a 5'6" length. And our friend and channel watcher Bobby collects Kmart and Sears stuff. If I can find an economical way to get this in the mail, I think I might just send it to Bobby. He can put one of those Kmart reels on here, and he's got quite a collection, and particularly of those department store brand kind of things. And if this can add to his collection, I think we might just do that. And then we've got another one here. I thought this was kind of interesting. A tale of the times, probably the 70s. This is a rod and reel. And it has right on here, the price is $5.95. Again, you have to read it upside down. Let's see whose it says it is. King Neptune. Well, maybe this one goes to Bobby as well. King Neptune was a rod and a reel sold by Sears. So a lot of the King Neptune reels were made by Daiwa. Now this is not a Daiwa, I don't think. Let's see what we got here. It's hard to read. I have to get my eyes out for this one, right? That's a Kingfisher. So maybe this belongs on the other pole. It's a Kingfisher reel. And it works. So again, what am I going to do? I never lose the opportunity to take apart and show a reel and how it's made, regardless of whether it cost the $5.99 back in the day or was more substantial recently. But we're going to take this one apart. I'll show you how they made an entry-level reel from, quote-unquote, back in the day, a kingfisher on that kingfisher pole, and I think we know where these are going. Well, that's kind of interesting. I think we did okay for the $30. I'm pleased with that. I just bought them for the 2 saltwater reels and find out that there's a whole lot of other things involved. And interestingly enough, the whole thing started because I saw these 2 pieces on their table, the Orvis and the Cortland. We'll try to do the videos about those companies, how they were originated, and they're both still in business today. Orvis, I think, is over 150 years old. Cortland, I think, is over 100 years old now. And we'll do our best to communicate how they have evolved over time and what it's meant for them and their businesses. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that. Before I leave, I want to thank our first responders, our police, fire, safety, rescue, everybody involved in keeping us out of harm's way. Truly appreciate everything you do. I want to thank you, the viewers, for watching. I want to encourage you to subscribe. If you do subscribe, of course, use that notification button. You'll see when I'm posting the videos, and you'll get to make a determination as to whether the video I'm posting that day is one that you would like to see. Well, thanks for watching. Have a great day. This is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle.